This first half is going to be very important. In both of the off-season games, PaperX dominated on the defensive side and then only needed to win pistol bonus to win the other the other half rather.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got Teo slotted in towards Ceylon at the moment, so for freeing only the one Salvo and the Sheriff, we're going to have to see what he's going to be able to potentially do as Envy is playing up a long. Finds first frag on a Hermes, and it's just a battle in mid now.
Yeah, they're all pushing up, actually, all the way through window as well. Envy feels the extra confidence with the reinforcements coming through to continue pushing past, but unfortunately, Jing goes down just by a bit. Forsaken now going for the pinch, and that leaves Mako stranded, really.
Yep. Not a lot of utility for anyone to be using right now. It's just gunshots ablaze. Everyone looking for him, and they're very individual at the moment, aren't they, as well? Unfortunately, Marco getting taken down. That is an unorthodox pistol.
Angling towards A split.
Something again up through C. See that last round, see it this round. All of the information that you want for PaperX to come towards this A site.
Yeah, just hearing all the information going through. So something will be able to TPO cross over to the team. Envy, though, kind of pinned down for now. He's still looking for a couple of shots with the Sheriff still. Jing does arrive just in time to do enough damage. Everyone will be waterfalling through from the top of the window now, and that's exactly where PaperX managed to strike back, picking up the bonus.
Yeah, flooding in towards the site before the plant can even be established. That's just the... it's just something who's the closest to C, but it's an untenable situation for him to get in too early. So once more, it's going to be a 5v5 retake. Devi with the operator in hand as well. Keep a potential eye on that.
Which makes it a pretty good call coming through from DRX, especially Hermes hearing all the footsteps right now.
They are not even looking towards the spawn at the moment. This is not in PaperX's mindscape whatsoever.
This could be 2 big kills, instant numbers advantage for DRX.
Unless it takes too long.
Yeah, a little bit of time for now, but still able to hold around the edge of the smoke, around C-Link for now. And there goes the kill. It's not the 2 that we were thinking of. Jing is still alive. However, it's now instantly a 2v5. PaperX can't really respond in this situation. The best I can hope for is this kill against Hermes and then a save. Hunting down Hermes right now, but look at how he backtracks all the way into spawn.
Yeah, it doesn't even get that kill, unfortunately. Jing, Devi will hold the operator in towards the next round. The operator and Devi already on the line as Envy grabs a orb. There's a Nightfall available for this B potential retake again.
Yeah, still quick take from DRX though. We'll see how they can possibly respond or anticipate some of these ultimates so far. Nightfall getting sent through. A blaze wall into sight as well, but look at Mako.
Oh, you're going to have to just take these fights at the moment and find them convincingly for PaperX. There's the Rolling Thunder for Bane if he needs as well, but so far so good for DRX finding all of these kills.
Evaded the Nightfall, stepped back into the fights as well. It's a tough one for PaperX. 2 players alive, and they still want to hold on to the op as well, so trying to hang back, but Freeing does manage to hold the right angle against Devi.
Yeah, it feels very comfortable again for Freeing in my sort of picture of him right now when this Teo is back on play. And not really being able to do so too much now, you would assume, for DRX in the 2 rounds that they've gathered. Will this be a change, though, over towards C? Ooh. Nah, not really. Immediate decapitation.
No, sir. This is not even parliamentary procedure. This is just DRX going in, especially in PaperX. Don't quite have the guns, except for Devi, though, off the back site. And steps away, eats paranoia, but still tucked into the smokes. Looks for the right opportunity to possibly thwart the spike plant. Managed to take down Mako as well. Still has ammo to go for a little bit more.
They haven't planted just yet. They know the retreat from Freeing has gone through the garage. He popped that trademark as well, but a 1 versus 2. Freeing does have a drone and the Armageddon available with crosshair placement that you would assume has to be superior right now because Devi has already showcased that in this round. Mate, he's got a 4K. Devi is looking for the ace.
Yeah, it's on a heater for sure. Could even potentially play for bait around with Envy. Freeing, though, into the right spot. Devi could lose, so heads up duel, but it's not going to happen. Elevated angles. Shot to the torso as well. PaperX with an ace will go up to 5 rounds. Still, though, PaperX continue to scale up a lot of the extremities of the map.
Portal closed.
DRX trying to go with a full 5-man punch right now. Managing to take down something. It's a lot of information, though.
Yeah, do they use the Armageddon to get in towards the site or not? Envy stuck between a rock and a hard place and a retrieval mission. Now they're going to put him 6 feet under, 3 versus 4, with a lot of this utility being invested early on for DRX to try and get this plant. Whaley ult, the tail ult right now, but it's the tour de force from Devi that he can't pepper and finish off Bane. Another situation where Paper Rex are here before the plant can go down, and they're just taking the fights, trying to off-put DRX, but now when the dust settles, it's Jing.
Yeah, losing some members in the whole process of it, so 1v2 now. They know exactly where he is or where he could show up from, so the cage comes down, makes it a little bit more difficult. He's out of utility as well, just has to come down to how he slices the pie. Unfortunately, neglects to check graffiti, so Hyunmin will be the one to take the round for DRX.
Be worth it for Hermes to try and draw a lot of attention towards this spot, make him think that they're still hanging around. It's risky business, though, to hang around the cage when it drops in the open against an operator, perhaps, though, as Devi will find him in that very moment.
They have to get the plant down now. You've spent so many players, so many resources to try to get the spike in, but then you get stalled by the run it back. Hyunmin will stand feet to try to send it back, but unfortunately, you lost all initiative now.
One enemy remaining.
So that's where all the angles start to get held by Paper X, especially the operator still coming through. It's another shot for Devi.
Yeah, drone timing is nice as well. You don't really want to be peeking too far through Garage's Devi when you don't call for an Omen smoke to go towards mid-window. Just going to try and hold that singular line. As you mentioned the Rolling Thunder earlier on, that's going to be the entryway into this seaside as, well, we're scoping out things as something, finding all of the info.
It's also kind of throwing them into a lot of nerves. Oh, Jing able to sidestep it away. And now something, especially having infiltrated towards the back, makes things so much more difficult for DRX. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Bane, can you really fight yourself out of that spot? You can't. No. Paper Rex continue onward with this onslaught.
Paper Rex had tape coming in towards this series.
Just a bit and still enough. Not to mention, I mean, the proficiency of some of these players on these agents too. Jing on the Phoenix, but still, this time a different result into the smokes. Hyunmin able to take down one, but the hot hand still able to burn him alive. Bane to trade back.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a loose spray at the end there from Jing. Unlucky that he wasn't able to win that one, as it's a 3 versus 4. Forsaken has gone into where the opponents buy their guns. A little bit of a lurk from Bane on 5 HP with the 25 regen shields. See if he can activate a little bit later on.
It's insane positioning if he's able to actually activate. Devi has no idea! Oh my goodness, now it's at 2v4. Forsaken though, still a chance as he hops on through window.
He knows Freeing is here.
Pings him as well. Just eyeing down the corner, calling for reinforcements. Something goes through, but unfortunately goes down as well. Special delivery spent, but this is all costing Forsaken valuable time where DRX managed to thwart it back.
Unfortunate that the frag wasn't found from something in that moment in time, because Freeing's not even trying to focus on finding the frag. I think it's a very versatile composition that Paper X are running on this map right now. And you've also got the consistency from Devi coming through on the chamber. I mean, it's just been gorgeous. Speaking of, he does get traded, but he comes out with the shot first as well.
Yeah, so it's rather even for now, but still, otherwise, for DRX to try to rethink if they want to double up reinforces onto A. They will continue clear on up. They see nothing there, but they hear all the footsteps up close towards, well, C-Link right now. Hot Hands gets tossed. Mako hangs back.
Gotta be careful of this flank that's coming through from Hyunmin as well, up at the front of the mid window. Is this gonna be read in from Paper X whatsoever, as they look to extend territories towards A to clear that first and foremost, as something removes Marco.
Oh, and another! Hermes gets taken down. Now Hyunmin's been spotted out. He's still able to take down another as well, but unfortunately not enough up against something who will survive with 15 HP. Yep. All the kills in this pistol round for him.
So it's really good prep for Paper X coming in towards this specific map right now.
They're pushing mid, boys. Can jump pick or what?
Good start for the bonus though. Hyunmin, at least.
I'm gonna try to break grass ship. Go.
By Forsaken to at least help him like destroy some of that util. Broke the cam, didn't break a trip. As Hyunmin is just breaking heads. Job's done for him in this round.
By his lonesome as well. Yeah, this entire round is, I don't think we're gonna be able to do too much. Not to mention Mako pushing all the way through now.
This is just the situation as DRX that you don't overcomplicate things and give opportunities to Paper X.
Uh-oh. Oh, what? Okay. Slight opportunity for Mako.
Maybe 20 seconds to go, and Bane is aware of the possibility of them coming through, but they hear the footsteps in the garage. They want to try and shake Forsaken. Something does get on this B line, but again, I mentioned Bane has to be aware of this one. It's smart decision-making from him. Gun barrel poked. No way of entry into this B site.
Yeah, it's a tough angle to clear. Multiple angles, that is, as you step through into B site. Comes down to Forsaken, banking everything onto the spike plant inside of the smoke, but that's also where DRX find a bit of timing to go on through.
You got something with the dimensional drift as well. You can draw attention away from the team, or you can start to sniff out if there's any opponents. Ooh. The double swing called dry is ambitious, don't get me wrong, from DRX, and now they might actually pay the price because of it. Bane will fall after finding one.
Yeah, it's just so strong, especially with the ultimates coming through as well. Paper Rex managed to seize control over the site. 2v3. Hyunmin?
Well, Hyunmin might have the ult, mate. Free might have a bit of utility, but you got no smokes. You're against Jing with the runner back. He's still got 2 flashes and the blaze. You got something with flashes as well. And more importantly for me, you've got Forsaken. You got one-way smokes available that I believe he's just even thrown early. So this is just going to be untenable for DRX to get a retake happening. They probably should go for a bit of a save.
Yeah, realistically speaking, all the timing as well for Forsaken to possibly plant himself around Garage. It's another spot that you have to worry about. So turning all around, unfortunately, you throw your bodies into the site and it just goes down into the abyss. Paper Rex move up to 11.
In some way, shape, or form. He's just charged with holding the A site by himself as there's a walk down C from Hermes, and that's a roughie.
Unbelievable. The weapon is so far away as well, so Paper X instantly TPing across.
And now you feel you have to do something as freeing as well. You've lost the territory over towards C. You send Hyunmin over there that gets smoked off in a progression-style smoke. You feel you have to do something here for the team, but it's going to be Mako to start off over in mid. And now it's going to be Bane and maybe a second layer of freeing over at A.
Still has the utility as well to kind of play around the spike plant. Convergent paths will initiate. Bane does come through as well with the frag, but there goes Device, still hanging back. The spike, though, might be unretrievable, especially with Rolling Thunder going through. Bane still continuing to hold the angles, preventing Paper X from coming online, but Device will push through. Freeing finally makes his presence known, and then it's Jing's turn.
There's an opportunity here for Freeing. He was the one with only that pistol, remember, but some damage done and a reposition as well. Jing with the plant. Do you think he wraps towards spawn when this angle is found? It doesn't even bloody matter, mate. Freeing comes out of the sewers and he is just going to drown Jing. That is a lifeline of a round for DRX. Up the guts of mid towards B, where Hyunmin does have a saturate, but that's all.
Still could potentially be enough. Unfortunately, Paper X does anticipate it, but spots out Forsaken by the top of his head. Hermes comes through now with a huge double kill, and that leaves 2 players left on Paper X's side. 10 seconds left to go as well. Makes this pretty much unwinnable. Swings through from DRX, and Device left alone. Trying to gunsling himself out of the situation. He's managed to do a bit, but not enough.
This is some good map being worked at the moment for Paper X is what I kind of like to say, because they drew rotations to this A side. Imagine if they went B instead, or over towards C to Mako.
That's DRX being able to react in kind. Off the swings, kill from Envy, but still Bane. Now you've got the off angle being held by Freeing. Unfortunately, no more ults for him now. Something going on, a bit of a tear. Device TPing away. Hermes just sprays down though. It's down to the 1v1.
Oh, but it's 10 seconds. You got to run and grab that spike. You don't know exactly where your opponent is coming through as Device. You have to go and stick the plan or look for a challenge against Mako right now. And he is trying to dance with the devil around this side, but Mako with the operator is going to deny. And DRX again are keeping this a bit of a flawless run on the defensive side now. All this ult in towards the C site, and you start to scale on in, but are you just trying to force a plan? Are you happy to play 5 versus 5? Hyunmin has the convergent pass, remember, for a retake here.
Yeah, you would think Paper X should be anticipating that, hence something, sending the clone all the way through now. A couple of Paper X players hiding in Garage as well.
And because it was so fast, you have a lot of this utility that you are dropping into this one as DRX now. Look at it all.
Do they have the initiative to follow through on it, though? Look at Paper X reinserting themselves back in deep corners. Hyunmin, fortunately, first point of contact, will refract back, and that should be enough information. But then the Garage push goes through! The smoke gets set up as well, and instantly already you've got so many DRX players removed from the board. PaperX still surrounding the smokes, surrounding the sights. All the exchanges going in their favor with Envy crouching down onto the Classic to bring PaperX up to 12.
They can push this into overtime, right? We've seen a lot of good calls on this defensive side so far. A lot of advantages played nicely. This time, though, that's not an advantage at all.
Trying to go peeking a little bit too much. PaperX this time suddenly slowing down the pace. You just don't really expect it. But thanks to the flash, thanks to Hermes peeking, just might be a bit of a way to bring things back to even.
And they're going to have to go for the fight at the moment. Hermes to try and take the challenge by his lonesome self. Get facilitated, get set up by Bane. A gap around his own cage at the moment. Bane somehow finds Forsaken, but the trades start to come on out as well. And you are so bothered by what you're seeing right now on the site, but it doesn't matter if Hyunmin's going to come out with some shots like that. Now it's Jing in 1 versus 2, and he's going to get off-put by Hyunmin. We go the distance on this map of Haven. You can even have Forsaken ult to the back of the C site here as well. This is a set exec.
DRX though, already rotating all across. TP's been cancelled. Hermes tries to tuck into the corner, still unchecked. Hyunmin able to take down the run it back. PaperX have been sent back from whence they came.
And now you kind of question in your minds as DRX, have they rotated back towards the other side of the map? We saw big numbers, but they've got an advantage. There's gaps around, and there's too many gaps around the map at the moment for DRX. Do they think that someone's snuck in anywhere? It's a sensational shot from Devi as well.
Yeah,
Marco and Freeing gone.
Yeah, it's down to Hermes and Bane right now, especially Bane into this spot, but unfortunately he goes down. The heads-up duel from Jing. A lot of initiative being seized by PaperX. The spike planted soon enough, and it's a 2v5.
Yeah, this is going to be an extremely difficult retake to come in for Hermes and for Hyunmin.
Smoked off again. It's just Herming for the swing. He's able to take down the first point of contact, but then PaperX starts to suffocate him all around. It's claustrophobic, and PaperX close out the map finally at a 13-11 scoreline.
For the same reason that I said before we started this game, in both of their Haven games in the off-season, they don't have to play very much of an attack side. We watched them play a more extended attack side this time around, and it looked quite strugglesome for them.
Once again, Devi, he'll be a little bit gutted. He just got to play. Had so much fun on the Chamber, now he's back on Viper duty.
Yeah, for DRX on this defense, I want to see some free flow, very snappy pushes.
And I guess I was right with the mid-aggressions.
Oh, but instantly the shot from Hermes, though. Top mid down through the screen.
Yeah, dodging the 0 point over towards B main as well, as they are just going to scale up towards B, but immediately, DRX going to re-clear over towards mid and be happy to stay there. Now, for Freeing, you don't necessarily want to be staying here individually, so you will retreat a little bit, try and give yourself some better angles and allow this plant to go down. You have the player advantage as Forsaken gone.
Wow, I just continue to peel off. The flash dodge, he's still good for at least one. That's still such a big advantage for DRX to work with in this retake.
Yeah, wall up for Devi. It's going to off-put Bane for a little bit at the moment, but you're kind of standing pretty around the site for PaperX at the moment, expecting more to come out through from spawn.
Just a bit. Working around a lot of the chokes for now, but still. Instant shots from DRX. It's Hermes once again, and he walks away with 3 in this round.
They start to rotate over towards B. This is an expected play for DRX that they're thinking PaperX are going to end over at that Bravo location, and that's not exactly what's happening.
Yeah, minute mark. At least this is some information for the side of DRX to work around. So all the rotations kind of called across except for Mako. Might be a little bit worrisome. PaperX not going to slow down anytime soon, but still, the fragment! It catches Jing square in the face. Hyunmin and Hermes still holding down the angles as well, and Hermes is unstoppable! It's just something left in the round. Can't retrieve the spike. As soon as you peek out, you're going for a fight. Mako could be right behind you as well, so feels completely buried up around elbow right now.
Yep, something's just barren wasteland right now. Nothing that can be done. Hyunmin is just going to remove him very swiftly, but my oh my. Yeah, good exchange, a firm handshake, and using them on each side. But still trying to have a bit of presence over towards mid at the moment, while Freeing in a bit of an off angle over towards A is just going to lock it down for now on the Viper. Not too pressured at the moment, knowing that it's the pistols. PaperX do have in possession. And just playing extremity control at the moment is the name of the game. This comes down to me, I think, the timing in mid that Hermes has to be very careful of if that was tried to be exploited by PaperX, which is not anymore. As they tend to A.
Still, though, now that the positions have been revealed, a little bit telling, Hermes will begin to make his move.
I talk about the pistols knowing that's what's here. You forget that sometimes they can be potent.
Yeah, especially when they're in the hands of PaperX. Suddenly picking up the pace into sight.
Oh, they just didn't
Still,
clear
though, back and through around the toxic screen. Hyunmin able to shut down Divide. Hermes has arrived backside as well. Hyunmin still alive, makes things a little bit more difficult for PaperX, but something hops on over and he'll get the spike down. 10 seconds, timer gets reset.
Null command in as well, you gotta wait for this one to expire. Perhaps no utility for PaperX to drop into it, and it's not even really go time for DRX, though they off-put them. Some good utility stalling at the moment to try and isolate these fights. Hermes, Marco, come up with a clutch in a round that should be theirs.
Oh, the smoke felt a little bit weird, but still enough for them. His stays tucked inside of. They knew where Jing was thanks to Fragment from before as well, and now Forsaken trying to spray into the smoke. Unfortunately, the swing out from Hermes gives DRX a 4-0 start.
And not being too risky individually, I think right now is quite crucial for DRX.
Especially now that Bane has the Odin.
Yeah, this is risky by himself, getting caught in transition to utility. Forsaken, a nice frag to open up the affairs for PaperX in this round.
To kind of hang back as the smokes all get set up again. Hyunmin will re-peek, unfortunately goes down to Jing as well, freeing. Felt the need to take a little bit more space, though. He wants to go into the corner.
Yeah, it's a little bit slack for DRX in this round. Near every fight so far has been individual from them. Freeing, though, might be able to catch them with their pants down. They are clearing it, but at the wrong time. The trade at least is there. And now it's Marco and Hermes again to see if they can make the magic happen.
Hermes has been on a heater, so perhaps, but still 2v3. Spike gets planted for the side. But Forsaken just holds the angle. Instant taps.
Yeah, that one is a great round that PaperX sorely needed to start things off on the attack. Again, you look towards this one, right? And so far, so good.
Yeah, keeping a manageable distance as well. DRX this time having a secondary player to support Bane, but Mako pushing all the way throughout. Managed to take down Jing. The trade comes in, the Odin is set up, the convergent path set through to try to break open the site.
But you missed the TP that's gone in towards the tower for Forsaken at the moment. It doesn't even really need to come in and activate. It's a good waylay ult to come in from something as well as just a bit of a nail in the coffin at the end as PaperX absolutely crunch on that B side at the end. Marco did his darnest efforts to try and find advantage. It's not going to come into play. Something going to dispatch of Hyunmin, and that is PaperX finding their second round now.
Massive kill, but look at DRX.
It's very proactive space gathering and information for them. This is going to be a super early flank at the moment that PaperX need to be aware of. I wouldn't even mind PaperX kind of flipping the A site at the moment and taking more space over towards spawn because they don't see anything through Link. You have to assume that there's going to be a mass flank potential here, and they don't go for any further control. They're going to reroute back to watch the flank for just Forsaken.
Oh, and that just might be enough as well. Pop flash through from Hermes, but it's not quite enough. Mako has to be the one to take him down. Then comes the Odin, continuing to hold the angle. Mako freeing, I should say, actually waiting for a slight timing to peek on through. Manages to take down Defy. That's now a weapon retrievable. Still, though, the spike continues to tick, and Freeing continues to peek. Oh. He finds another triple kill in the round, and it's all down to Envy to try to hold it off. The snake bite. Is it enough time? I should think so, just for Freeing to stick the defuse down to the very end. Oh. DRX up to 5.
The wind has been taken out of your sails, and you need to look to a different direction right now. Forsaken, if you can dispatch of Bane, it's a good avenue at least to equalize 4v4. Oh, but he walks the wrong timing, the wrong way.
Yeah, I think that he might have been closer towards spawn. At least Envy will be here to pick up pieces, but still 3v4. Not to mention Hyunmin with potential convergent paths.
Yeah, you just switch to a retake here if you need to as DRX as well, right? You mentioned that ult. You can be quite happy to wait for the rest of your team as long as you don't overcommit to a mass fight here, because you are the only soldier at this A site. It is a 1 versus 3. The Paper X start to make some noise known. Now the plant to go down for Envy, but it's just going to be an early scenario for Hyunmin. That's actually not going to be a capitalized upon ultimate for DRX here.
Does draw some utility from Paper X, though. Maybe some crucial ones, especially with Saturate gone. Now Paper X feels the need to continue to pressure against DRX, prevent them from getting into position out towards the back of sight. Still though, the shots through the Blaze wall catches Envy, and now Jing goes down. It's just something left, and unfortunately the shot's not quite connecting just yet. He needs to back up, needs to find safe space. Still managing to find the headshots at the end, a double at the end of it all. A Red Bull clutch for something up in round number 8.
Much different role for him on this team compared to Team Secret previously.
Otherwise, we'll go back into a buy from DRX, trying to hang all the way back as Mako, allowing Paper X to come in and set up.
They're changing the pathing on something as well with this Waylay to get on in. They do so convincingly for the 5 versus 5. The ultimate's invested in a deeper pit now as well. That is just going to off-put you, or is it? Mako catching Forsaken Lacken.
All the way through to the other side of stairs, unexpected, but of course it's just going to be Jing, quick to respond.
He's still got another curveball to throw in as well if he needs.
Still though, a bit of space up towards Heaven being taken by a couple of DRX players. A couple of kills going through. Paper X still trying to be extremely cautious. Divine will shut down just a bit more with the shorty than the Phantom to try to tie up the score.
The pit over towards the B choke yet again.
Okay.
You just assume not too challenged. Yeah, I've got to send in a bunch of utility to try and find him. Nightfall and Blaze, for example.
Not 100% committing to it. Look at this. A secondary squad in towards A Link and 2 players from DRX taken down. Forsaken still tucked in towards B side. Really deep positions held. Hermes wants to go in for it, wants to take a bit more space for DRX, but it's difficult despite the null command being popped. Bane does find one, something responds and goes even further as well. You got the smokes up, you got more flashes, but a bit of a self-bind with a run it back, not too bad. Forsaken playing off contact into it, and now it's Mako's turn. 1v3, he's already taken down the first. Huge paranoia sent into the right angles, right directions, but Jing just hops over with a shorty anyways. It's a 7-5 at the end first half for Paper X.
The toxic screen going to permit a bit of a waltz in for DRX.
And spotted them a little bit late, so they have some time to actually get into sight.
Yeah, but remember, it is only Forsaken currently over towards the spawn side of things, so he is just going to fall back. Echo out a couple of shots as we move into the 5 versus 5 that we know Paper X loved over on Haven.
At least Forsaken has held on to the paranoia as well. So, possible ways to get back into the site. Possible ways for DRX to prevent that from coming through. Swings from Hyunmin, but also a shot taken, eaten. Still though, a tough little crossfire, especially with the Haunt coming through. Forsaken trying to dig himself deep, but completely surrounded all across elbow. He sets up another smoke, but it's Hermes with a round ender onto the Sheriff. It's a nice little scoreline.
Putting something in towards mid, and he doesn't have to move from this position. Sub 30 seconds to go, DRX go into B.
Something's starting to move though. Leaves his spot, takes down Bane, and then it comes down to the entry from Hyunmin onto site. He takes down 2. Davai off the top of Heaven, trying to spot out even more players. He takes down the spike carrier. 10 seconds! DRX, they've got to go! They've got to pick it up and plant it down just quick! They should have enough time, but it's also time for something to try to creep through. Still has to saturate as well. Worries about the top of Heaven. Shoulder gets spotted by Hyunmin, who now picks up the hat trick. Mako to end it. DRX take the lead.
Seeing nothing in mid though, Paper X. Gonna waltz over towards this B site now, and it is the right call.
Nothing in A as well, but unfortunately, even into the corner, some of these players unfortunately not quite able to react in time. It's Envy and Jing though. Not too bad, but still continuing to swing, trying to catch him on the choke. Paper X starts to get choked out as well. Free, reasserting himself into the site. Just something around the corner. And that will be that. DRX continue on with the rounds, but also taking losses.
your practiced set executes in a round such as this.
In DRX fame as well. This time pass closer towards the Link area, but at the same time, PaperX continues to just flood back in, off of the run it back. Jing onto the rifle, spams into the choke, the snake bite catching onto a player as well. DRX now licking their wounds.
You've locked him out of the site, but no one is watching to the tower at the moment. Marco has snuck in here, something that he loves doing on the middle of Haven, for example. Loves TPing into that B site, and no one is just wise here. How much can he get away with? 1, 2. He knows where Devi is as well. This is a 5 versus 3. I talked about it earlier when PaperX are in the 5 versus 3s and it gets pulled away from them. So for something to find that kill onto Hyunmin to make it an equal state, PaperX are looking to save face in this round.
Light speeds through. Forsaken still has his flash ready as well. Sets up the smoke to block off Heaven, but really want to watch out for the back of elbow, and that's where Mako is. Forsaken able to find the ready exchange, and PaperX move up to an 8th.
It actually does such good work. DRX still, they gave that one a mighty fight to try and bring it back.
Bring them down.
Possibly a fight ensuing soon enough as well. PaperX though.
If there was any player who wanted to drop first free of charge, it would be Hyunmin.
Still don't want to count the rest out.
Oh, Forsaken might get caught.
Just playing in close to it. Unfortunately, Jing will have to take the fall.
Yep, caught sleeping a little bit there. Forsaken does get the trade in amongst the smoke realm. Gets another one onto Bane as well. This one is starting to crumble a little bit at the moment for DRX. Just Hermes. And he's locked in.
Wanting to go for the spike, but the shot's not quite connecting for Forsaken.
This is doable. Envy is really low. Hermes has a flash, has a fragment. An ult, if he wants to use it, it would technically reveal his position on the pulses. He'll dodge the Nightfall as well. He finds the timing onto Devi. This is so winnable for the new recruit to DRX.
Chop around the corners, low HP as well. Hermes just waits for the right opportune timing. What's this Envy gonna do? The haunt scent, positions revealed, the 0 point coming through as well. He still can't get onto the spike. Taps onto it though, and all Hermes needs is one shot. Maybe not even, just waiting out the time. Envy can't get it halfway. Gets the kill at the end, but does he have it? I don't think so.
No.
10-8.
That is such sensational work for Hermes. It's a bit bittersweet at the end that he doesn't get the kill for the 4K there.
At the same time, PaperX continuing to feel the need to investigate. Might just be walking into crosshairs or setting up crosshairs of their own. Possible weapon picked up. Forsaken into the smoke with a shorty though. Gets taken down, but not before dragging Hyunmin through the mud. Convergent path sent into sight.
Well, same as an L command as well, so this does start to become a bit of an expensive round for DRX. If they can dislodge freeing, that's going to be great as well. An upgrade of weapons that they can pilfer.
And all these upgrades that could mean so much for PaperX right now to keep themselves in the map, to possibly close it out 2-0. Hyunmin not allowing for any of that nonsense to happen. Holds the angle, outlaw in hand. Flashes through. It's fully expected. DRX just managed to tuck away from it. A Haunts gets sent back as well. And now PaperX starts to feel the heat. Onto the spike, he sticks it. Jing, it's something. He turns back around, but lo and behold, Hermes has flaked all the way through.
This time though, they change things up, going for the A main space. Might even lose it to freeing.
Especially with the way that he's able to swing all the way through. Unfortunately, though, gets caught, and it's Hyunmin who goes down.
And they'll see that there's some extra bodies here. Something gets the kill. They saw Forsaken's TP. They see that Jing gets the orb as well. You know it's a stacked side on A and incentivizes you as DRX to flip the map over to B perhaps, but you've already got that micro-rotation from Envy. That is a very ambitious mid-peak from something not needed in my mind.
And it doesn't pay off either, so we're back to a slight reset.
And now, because of that as well, you know he's going for it to see if they're there, to see if they might already be up towards the guts of mid. They go patient DRX, and Marco capitalizes. You lost map control as PaperX. You had to go and find something, and you find death. Now Forsaken and Jing for a 2 versus 4. They are here early.
Welcome to my world.
Perhaps a slight opportunity. Nope, not anymore. Not with the pit coming in.
Planted.
Yeah, the flank for Jing. It was just Forsaken that was here early because he uses From the Shadows to get over very quick. But you've already got this flank, this rotation expected being held by Mr. Marco.
Just continuing to try to cut off the reinforcements. It's just Forsaken now. Might have slipped through, but oh, look at all the spams, the suppressive fire. It's down to Mako for the quad kill at the end of the round for DRX to get up to map. Perfectly poised to send us to a third. Hit ready and in place. PaperX try. Oh no, but look at Hyunmin.
He has purchased the perfect weapon for this situation. Every single person on PaperX's side had less armor, not full. It's regen or it's light.
Pressure is on into the A site. Jing has arrived. Sets up the blaze wall to try to slow things down, but it's not going to happen. Still though, with the convergent pass anyway, it's Forsaken onto the Judge. Unbeknownst to him though, it's the pincer maneuver all the way from the other side, and that's exactly where DRX plant their flag onto the site. It's just a Vi left. He's got a Guardian, a couple of players low HP, sure, but this is so much work to do. Not quite possible. And we're going to hold on to our seats because DRX says no clean sweeps today. We're going to a map 3.
Great recovery from Marco after a very poor performance there on Haven. He was very much here to play, whereas Devi goes missing a little bit more when he's not on the chamber. And that's what you often get in this series. It's like individually.
You just have to build into this energy of this team, and hey,
there you
guys are right.
I mean, just briefly, DRX, not really too many changes. Their attacking side was great against Full Sense, so we got to see a little bit more depth on this defense. If Hyunmin can get going, gets the op in his hands, or maybe even Hermes to make a few more plays than on the KO Viper, this could go well for them.
What we're not changing though is pace. PaperX straight with the runners on in towards this A site.
As always, DRX bringing that stability as well, so nothing too much change on their side. Even positionally, Mako off to the back of Orange, unfortunately. Shot down by Forsaken, but here comes Hyunmin. Sheriff right on through, alongside Hermes, and instantly it's one love.
They were not good-looking halves that we're seeing from PaperX on the attack. The second one a bit better, but still not good.
Certainly not. Still though, now that they've got the guns, they're just kicking down the doors into the A site.
Yep.
Hermes and
what a
Hyunmin
shot.
still! Not to mention the fact that now they're close to their ults. Hyunmin at the very least. PaperX still trying to work around possible smokes. Devi has to bring the screen back up. Trying to get the spike down.
You're just playing from a deficit right now for PaperX. A 4 versus 2 where you've got guns aplenty for DRX as well. You can get Bane on a line, he should be good for something. It's Hyunmin though. Oh, he's got it too.
Sidestepped. Brings out the blades. Might not even be necessary. Jing is trying to smoke himself out of a hairy situation. But look at Hyunmin dancing around. He's onto the third. And then you've got stars to support. Devi slips back into the smoke to take down his opponent, but still has 2 more targets to go. Can he really hang on to his life for the spike? Not quite. Bane picks up the bonus for DRX.
Well, it was DRX having the choice to go to Split or Breeze, and you can definitely understand why they chose to go to Breeze with what slop we've seen from PaperX in the past couple of series, so we are really requiring more. You could technically see Forsaken try to find, but you don't feel too confident in going by yourself in that sort of situation. You're going to try and barrel roll your way in towards this B site, perhaps as Hyunmin finds Forsaken. And there's some good timing on the back of this util mark for PaperX as well. They are just going to try and get in towards this site. Throw caution in the wind.
Especially with the paranoia sent through. But look at Hyunmin. Nearsighted, he still finds the shot. And then turns back around as well with more support around the site. PaperX completely felled by Hyunmin.
The layering was not as good as an onion in that one for PaperX as well. Everyone into that B site there didn't really do it together. It was one after another, with the TP from Jing going up, with the dash coming in from something as well. There was a paranoia, but it was all very split and individual from the squad essentially to get on in. There was the boomstick for Hyunmin here.
You blind? Push me, push boys. I smoke for you.
There's smoke one way.
Nice. Go, got me boys. I'm gonna join. You don't need to wait for the
Don't double door.
Communicating on for it, but still not quite aware that Hyunmin could be online with an operator. They go breaking into Cave, and it's Envy who takes down a kill against Mako.
Well, 5 versus 3. You cannot falter in this one, Paper X. You've got your advantages, though. Rotation's already here for DRX of 2. The operator, an orange, and a peek out from Bane, shut down.
Still the angle being held. Shots flying by, positions now revealed. Paper X getting the spike down. They're in full control. Heard how they were calling for the smokes and pushes into A side off the initial kills, but now it's a question of whether or not DRX can actually hold on to their guns.
Yeah, there's a bit of a hunt starting to come down for Paper X as well. It's not too favoured to remove these guns, to be honest with you, because they've got cash for days, so you want a bit of a premium on holding your own weapons for Paper X here. Trying to wait and see what Paper X's calling is going to look to be. If they can prod and poke over towards this B site, or if they want to go on the back of the Dimensional Drift starting to come on in. It brings out the TP from Hermes to get over here. And the doubling down with the Hunter's Fury as well, freeing Dead Rights.
Yeah, completely caught. Still though, Hermes around backside, goes for the flash, but it's something quick to respond. As soon as the doors get broken down, it's 2 players from DRX left alive.
And that's just an immediate save call as well. Marco yet to really see some fights in this map at the moment when we think to what we saw last time for DRX on this map of Breeze as well against Full Sense. Marco was the one kind of manhandling Full Sense with all of the kills in that one. Hyunmin and Hermes with the former being pretty much absent. So for Marco, I want to see a bit of a turnaround a little bit in the next couple of rounds. Operator to the wayside, away with you. Might even be another 5 alive scenario for Paper X here too. As they look to double their scoreline.
From 1 to 2.
Yep. 1 foot in front of the other. Marco going to be holding onto the gun for the next round as well. But this is a very, very crucial round for DRX for their defenses. Bring a bit of stability into their pockets.
Oh. Hermes, Mako, possibly Hyunmin as well up from top bridge.
I like the shot onto that clone as well from Orange.
Would scare Paper X potentially, but look at how they just continue to barrel through.
And they still clear all of these angles too.
Bane at least being able to trade right back, but now the site in control for Paper X. Continuing to pepper flashes though, and the Hunter's Fury. DRX trying to put some pressure against Paper X, and it works a treat. Hyunmin finds the angles necessary, and Freeing now shows up from the back of middle. It's just Envy left. And he's trying to tap his way through. Finds the first shot, goes for a slight tap on the spike as well, but off to the 90-degree angle. Slightly revealed. He continues to jiggle back and forth around. Plays around his opponent's Cloudburst. Takes down Bane. And slowly continuing to isolate further angles.
Got the dart. Gonna be destroyed.
Hyunmin revealed. But there's one more. He's not entirely sure where he could spring out from. He's trying to bait them out into the open. DRX not biting. Envy starting to budge. He walks out into the open, takes down Hyunmin, looks for the ankle, but Freeing denies! DRX back in the lead!
But now you got to try and crack that egg again, don't you? Paper X, another buy here. Very pacey again in towards this A site that Hermes is going to try and shut down with Hyunmin.
I'll handle this.
Pathing this time somewhat red off the different angles, and also Dimensional Drift into Cave.
Yeah, he's going to exit the ult as well. He does technically have a 1 versus 1, but he doesn't know that Devi is still playing in towards the back lanes. Just behind him, Devi is going to take the Outlaw shot and get rid of him. So it's advantage no longer for DRX for numbers.
Hunter's Fury then comes out, but look at Mako, ready as ever. Takes down another player, but then Jing into the corner. Tries to track on the Hyunmin, but dancing all across midair. Makes it a tough target to hit. A second kill, but not a third. On towards the oh, a kill unfortunate, but at least Bane came up from behind. DRX onto a 6.
Oh, that could have been so awkward. It's a very informational charge play for DRX. And, well, he is going to get away with that one, but not with his life. Passes the first problem of that op, loses to Hermes.
Lost one of those smokes. You even spent the Shrouded step to actually get across, but still not expecting a secondary layer. Now PaperX still trying to find any lead in this round.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that the barrier drop call for them isn't to try and play on the back of Forsaken using the Dimensional Drift to facilitate the team to get on in and go for a bit of a pit play. It is going to be a potential latter scenario style for them right now as they sell a bit of a ruse over towards this A site with the smokes and the Yoro with the drone to come out from Envy as he gets inserted into the A site a little bit later on, and Freeing could upset things over at this site here of B.
Done pretty good at dodging the flashes for now. DRX has arrived on the site. You bank a lot onto the pit, and that's where Envy finally managed to show up. Mako gets taken down, but inside of the pit, spike plant denied. It's Hermes pushed all the way through. Something tries to hang back, but that's where he gets caught. And now it's Forsaken still circling around the pillar alongside Envy to try to hold on to the round. Jumps up off to the ledge, gets spotted by the head. Down to the 1v2. Envy looks for a shock dart kill, but it's not going through just yet. Still needs to get the spike down because he's only got 10 seconds left. All around the pillar. He tries to hunt. He takes down one. It makes it a little bit more possible. Still though, spotted out by the top of the boxes. It's DRX continuing to extend this lead.
As we move into the last round of the half right now, it is all 5 towards this B site for PaperX.
Where you could still think there's still a chance that this goes 8-4. Freeing into the corner around the smokes. Hermes taking down Forsaken as he TPs across.
Yep.
It's 3 players left surviving already for PaperX.
And that TP position for Forsaken is so ambitious because it's the normal place that Yoros send TPs here, but you're generally backing that up with an Astra ultimate and a little bit of a pocket. They're not playing the Astra anymore, so it's a very risky TP into the open without the team to help you there. A missed op shot comes on through, but it's still a 2 versus 5 that PaperX have to really try and dig deep to find.
Last round of the half anyway, you might as well go for it. A wild step in from Jing. Retrieves the spike and wants to set the smoke down to try to get a plant through. He actually tries to bait them out, but once again, DRX exercising discipline. Not to mention, look at the minimap. Mako all the way from behind.
I mean, if he finds one kill, he could technically ult over towards the A side of the map with this Omen. But they're just not giving it to him. There's the recognition from DRX. They know that that's available. They know that's an avenue that they drop this round. So let him go for the plant. Let him try to work a 1 versus 3. Because remember, you do not win a 1 versus 3. You lose a 3 versus 1. And that is not going to happen here for DRX. They will win that convincingly at the end. And that is going to be an 8-4 half that they will come away with.
Oh, they're actually pushing out alongside their screen.
They could find Freeing. Don't get me wrong. But then what?
Find them. Information found, and it's already DRX to swing off contact. At least something. Dive straight in against Freeing. Envy as well shows up around middle. DRX suddenly alert.
Yeah, that was a much needed kill from him, but does he overplay his hand, right? It's a 3 versus 2 right now. A cheeky position the PaperX could play in, but by taking this merry stride, they are going to walk into a firing squad.
Might not look at the angle, though. Turns around, Hermes finds a shot, but Envy as well. A lot of support on the PaperX side, because it's also Jing with the Ghost. It's Mako, 11 HP now. Sticks the spike, just for some extra credits. Whether or not he can survive is a whole other thing. He at least takes one more down with him. But otherwise, PaperX with the pistol.
Yeah, very desperately needed, as Mako finds one more kill to the tally. Some upgrades of the pistols for DRX here, some bandit plays for the duelists.
Sheriffs, Marshals, Guardians for the side of PaperX.
Oh, Devi has the stinger and he could get technically overwhelmed at the moment. It depends on the pathing of DRX. He's trying to hold the way that he can. The pistols, they're looking pretty good for DRX, don't get me wrong. There's some kills here.
For DRX, that's right.
Envy as well.
Still continue to push through. They've picked up the stinger.
Yep.
Taking some damage from perhaps the Viper utility somewhat.
Oh, this is going to be down to timing as well for Envy, isn't it?
Oh, they're
He's
still
just got around.
Yeah, Envy can hear all of this, but as he swaps through, it's Mako getting the drop.
Oh, the timing on the drone as well is going to be ill-advised, and Jing will capitalize on that one. It is a second round here, Quack, for PaperX. You've lost this space of mid. Envy still looking after things with a Hunter's Fury in store if required, but now getting a little bit overzealous and ambitious, but it's rewarded.
Okay. Really slows things down for the side of DRX, not to mention this judge on the other side of the door.
It's uncharacteristic for PaperX though, isn't it, mate? They are playing super slow, and maybe they needed to at the moment as something just roars for two, and Marco will be spotted in just a mere moment.
30 seconds
Okay,
left.
still spots out the head by the end of the flash at least. Back into cave. Shot, but she swings out wide. Envy with the Guardian still.
Yeah.
Those were all singular taps.
If there was ever a time for Envy,
In Jet already. Jet's inside, boys.
well, PaperX know that they're inside the A side at the moment, but are they going to be able to contain them, or do they have to go for a bit of a retake? Hermes gets out of the drift at the wrong time. Something dispatches a Marco as well. This is what we saw from PaperX work great on Haven. The flood before the plant. And they're looking to really cut the knees off of DRX here again.
Freeing separated from Bane as well, not to mention. Bane wants to get the spike down, but he knows it's just not safe. PaperX hiding inside the smoke, and as soon as the curtain falls, it's the end of the round. PaperX take the lead and steal it away from DRX.
And they are limping at the moment. They are looking so soft right now, DRX. Is this going to be what they need? The operator back in possession for Hyunmin. Hunter's Fury for Bane, the pit for Marco still. They can't really contend with A, you'd assume.
Whoa!
That is a great starting decision from Something and from Forsaken. Flash and Op play on the line, removing Hyunmin, who's been sitting on 19 kills, by the way, for so long now.
Pit in from Devi as well. Flushes DRX clearly into the B site. Jing has the smoke set up. You got 3 players already hovering across from PaperX's side. Just watching, waiting through the smokes, getting a couple of suppressive shots into it. No chance. Everyone from DRX who was hiding around that smoke got turned into Swiss cheese.
Yep, they're just peppering them down little by little. Call them PaperX at the moment. Marco and Freeing just absolutely going to have to capitulate in this round. Forced to, as a matter of fact. And they might not even survive at all. 5 alive for PaperX. Marco by himself.
Backed into the corner.
Finds one, but with 5 HP,
30 seconds left.
gonna be pretty darn difficult to hold onto this gun because you just throw caution to the wind if you're PaperX, or you throw a shock dart courtesy of Envy. Then there was 11. DRX, the blades are out, and the drone first, but not spotting Something. Do they suspect he's on the line? He's dashed him away! How is he still alive? He's not. Okay, cut down to size. An advantage finally for DRX. This is probably the best chance they actually have because no one is on this A site anymore for PaperX.
And I didn't think to it. Why would DRX suddenly explode off into the A site? But
You have to pit. You have to pit right now. You need all that you can to try and win this round. Bane playing the distance game with the Hunter's Fury.
Into the pit as well. And you're right, Hunter's Fury is online. Setting up, waiting for it, as PaperX tries to surround and get themselves into this territory that's been set up by Mako. He's got a frenzy as well, so this game plan completely clear. Hyunmin, with the Blade Storm, eliminates yet another, but there goes Jing, trying to work with what he can actually find. Still though, the hugest obstacle off the site of this round is just completely blocking PaperX's path to success. Mako gets himself onto the board, and it's a thrifty for DRX.
Makes the ops a little bit more risky to go for any ambitious peekings like this. Something trying to do his best FaZe Clan impression, perhaps. But we all know how that went recently. Forsaken, though, onto Freeing. We'll find first pick.
Will be the second ops only made known. Jing tucked around the back of the pyramids on a site. He actually circles around, trying to get ahead of the wave. It's Hyunmin, manages to spot him out. In with his shot at close range. Devi, though, out from the back of Orange, works with the information retrieved by his teammate and finds 3. Hermes answers back. Pops off the flash, looks for a bit more, but gets shut down by his Yoru counterpart at the very end. It's PaperX now at the cusp of closing out the series.
Representatives at internationals aplenty.
Flown out. Forsaken just reads all of it. Sends a shot right through. A second! And off goes Mako as well, trying to play around the screen. Still has to watch out though because opponents all around. As PaperX get themselves back into line. Something gets sussed out.
Yep, you'll take that kill any day of the week. A 3 versus 3, you need to start to look for the plant to go down. As Bane has Hunter's Fury as well, you've still got Freeing. What stars do you maybe still have available as well for that Gravwell? As Marco finds the 3K in the round, Freeing finds Envy. This is looking better for DRX to hold on to dear life.
Bring it to a 10. Devi, though, still in the game, but gets spotted out by the VARREL. Freeing's position untenable. And there goes DRX, not backing down.
Big round for DRX. 4 to the main. A drift on in for Hermes to scope everything out. Needs to come with an advantage here, you would assume, because by the timing that is slipped in for Devi, he finds Hyunmin.
He got ahead of the drift, and then the Hunter's Fury gets pulled out as well. Envy fires back as Bane unfortunately gets silenced. Still, though, into sight, Mako has managed to take down his opponent. Now, they set themselves up.
Bang on for the plant as well. Jing to reposition to the back of A lobby. No one can hear this one. How long does Marco stay around? Jing spotted him, but doesn't reveal himself too early. Plays the trigger discipline right now as Jing scales up, finds Marco.
And now you get sent the paranoia into sight. Hermes has to back away from it. He's backed up by his teammate though, but they get spotted out by something. Jumping through with Forsaken onto the shorty. Bane still stays alive. His teammate fallen. And there goes something with the operator punched through. It's diabolical from PaperX to end it in this fashion, 13 to 10. They surround the site, they plant their feet down, and they send DRX home.